with these flags, because starting with Death Mountain, ooh, that'd be nasty.
Yeah, sometimes starting the Lost Woods or the Grave. Oh, is this even
Fred.
randomized? Oh, and it's a freebie at the start. Wow. Okay. Yeah. All right.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, both players taking the candle because they're close to start, so they've got lots of places to check with it. Absolutely.
Yep, and we got Gorillas on the Overworld.
So Janthe is taking. Oh wow, and warp zones right near the start. Ooh, they take you up to the
first one's good.
Yeah, the Lost Hills. Oh wow, I'd go left and check an Armos item right there. Yeah, both players checking the Lost. Okay, that one's kind of useless. So two of them take you right near the start.
Okay, two of them are near the start. One's in the Lost Hills, one's in Death Mountain. I dare say that's pretty darn good.
Yeah, that's really good, especially with how convenient it is from your start screen. Oh, was that a big secret for 75? That's kind of small.
Yeah, for a big secret, that is not so great. TA did find level 8 near one of the any roads, though. Yeah. Not a bit early to dig that out, though. Well, most players won't do that. I mean, you will see it every so often, but when it does pay off, it pays off. But more often than not, it doesn't pay off.
Right, it doesn't. When you have just the blue candle, digging takes so long. Ooh, TA found a level 1. That I might try to dig. Oh, but I think he was maybe key blocked. I didn't quite see.
Yeah, I didn't really get a good look either.
Janthe getting 2 free keys in level 8. That's something. Oh,
and
free raft.
We'll take it.
Normally when you find a staircase that early in a dungeon, it's a connector, right? Yeah.
Yeah, generally that would be a connector, but in this case it's an early item, and in this case it's a raft. That opens up 2 more locations on the Overworld, plus the 2 keys might help with that level 1, and is it just me, or are these keys a little beefy?
Yeah, those keys took... Oh, he almost got a bomb upgrade a minute into the run? 2 minutes into the run? Just a couple dollars short.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine a bomb upgrade 2 minutes in? I've never heard of that before. Ooh, block clipping with a Goma, and no sword. That's a hard block clip. He doesn't try.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I wouldn't try that either. Or maybe he's just waiting for the right setup to... Oh, he's trying it again.
Oh, he's candle buffering it. Oh,
that's not a bad...
It would be better if he could take a hit. It would also be better if he maybe just went and explored more of the Overworld and came back later, because he is spending a lot of time now, and there really has to be like a wand in here for it to be worth it.
Yeah, it can't be a bow because logic dictates that you would not be able to get... A Goma can't block a bow, but the Goma does win the fight and snipes him down.
So, and he really wants it. He believes that this is the second item and not just another connector. That blows my mind. Meanwhile, TA's been checking more of the Overworld, and like I said, I would prefer his strategy, because the sword is everything. So, or at least a wand or something else. Yeah. Ooh, another free take any for TA.
This time, picking up a heart.
Ooh, Janthe gets it. And it is a connector, right, which...
Yeah. Transport staircase, nah.
Yeah.
Darknut's in here. This without a sword looks troubling, to say the least. And the bubble almost put him right into the Wallmaster. 36 mid-secret, by the way. That's pretty good.
Yep.
And Janthe has had enough of level 8.
Yeah. TA's decision to nope out of it was correct. When he got that early item, for a second there before I saw the raft and I saw that it wasn't a connector, I got really excited, because if you can find, sometimes a boomerang or something like that. Janthe also doing screen wrap into Armos 2. I don't know what to call it besides Armos 2. Just going left to right on the Overworld.
Yeah, that works for me because it's a much easier way of getting there. Now, not every runner who runs this game does a screen wrap.
Oh, we found the sword. It was
430.
By an Armos? Yeah, by an Armos. Lost Hills Armos.
Lost Hills Armos, one southeast diagonal away from Vanilla 5.
Ooh, and TA gets bombs on his first enemy kill. Lucky. Well, sort of lucky. Ooh, and immediately jumps into level 3. All right.
Okay.
Refills his HP. So Janthe has now taken those keys from 8 and digging into 1.
Problem is ladder block.
Yeah, but ladder block. And also sword block, we're going to call it. He spent both keys in 1. Got a refund on that one.
Yep, use a key, get a key.
So he knows that 1 might have a ladder block in it, but I have to say might. If he had had a sword, he would have a chance to get both items out of 1, and it would be very good for him. But,
Yep, and speaking of level 1, when they do get off to these bracket flags, for the next set of flags, level 1 will still be the 2-item dungeon. It will not be level 4, which is what it would be in Vanilla's second quest.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, something I read up on that for that, just something to keep in mind.
So level 1 still has 2 items. So Fairwolf in chat just pointed something out. That ladder block in level 1, I missed it, but the floor drop was actually the any key.
Ooh, that...
Yeah, so TA, or Janthe, knows that there's an any key in 1. That's fun.
Yeah, that'd be worth go. Even if he had gotten the Triforce and the other item out of there, and it hadn't been the ladder, it might have been worth going back to. Because I have called a race that came down to keys and key management, even in a big money seed. So keys are good to know where they are.
Oh yeah, I mean keys can decide any race. Yeah, any race, any quest, absolutely. So. I mean, I don't think TA will miss it because it was only the second room north of level 1's entrance. So when TA goes back to 1, he can't miss it. But TA, that's probably an item room too because 3 shouldn't be segmented. So that was probably the item. He'll get that.
The only way that's not an item is if that's a stealth staircase to a dead end.
Exactly. Ooh, Janthe finding his second large secret? Getting all the money early.
Well, good news is, could go back for that bomb upgrade. If so, find.
I wonder if he's thinking blue ring. Both players have found at least 2 blue ring shops. Ooh, blue wizrobes in 3. Thanks, game. I missed that the first time.
Yeah, that was the reason I cringed, because that can be pretty nasty to deal with. I mean, most runners wouldn't think of buying a big shield in Rando, but if there was a set of enemies worth buying a big shield for, it would be blue wizrobes.
Oh, absolutely.
They are relentless.
And, it is a segmented 3 after all. Ooh, okay. His super keys. Thanks, game.
And that is appears to be a stuffed staircase. Now, I've made that call prematurely before.
In terms that you bomb left out of it, yeah. But I like his play there, where he only bombed the north wall because he just grabs the Triforce right out of the like.
Yoink.
Yoink. But yeah, no, normally, bomb walls are statistically more likely to be on the north wall, so he only bothers checking the north wall, grabs the Triforce, and leaves without the item. There's our Armos item. There's only 2 more Armoses left.
And that was the power bracelet for the Armos item. That's going to be very helpful, because you do get access to some more stuff in this overworld. And keep in mind, second quest to overworld, power bracelet and recorder become much more useful.
Oh, and there's our first look at the coast item as well. It's a red candle. So yeah, you're right. In the second quest, the recorder blocks 10 spots instead of just 1, and the power bracelet blocks 7 instead of just 4. So yeah, it matters a lot more. But still, and we found level 9 in the forest. But yeah, it's still somewhat likely in the first quest. I mean, it's something like 30% odds maybe. But Yeah, and the second quest, way
and
better.
that sword too heavy, but look at where it is, right next to level 9. If our players have the hearts and they know where that is, they might just consider that worth it.
Yeah, you know, that's a very good point. Most players won't go back for mags because they'll be like, I've got low odds of picking it up, it's way out of my way. But with it being one screen off of level 9, you can't say it's not in your way. And you'll be there at the end of the game, so yeah. Ooh.
Also, the door repair penalty donation to the Human Fund is 16 rupees. Personally, I would have preferred something like no loitering or this isn't the door repair Sky wanted.
How about knee? A nice short message. Well, then I guess you can't up A out of it if you want to. So Janthe is about to get his wood sword. Not too much later.
Yeah, Janthe has run into some enemy troubles in the overworld, taking a couple deaths.
Yeah,
the sword will definitely even the odds.
He's got some more overworld exploration done, I think, though. And I guess more level 8 exploration, which might matter later. Janthe does not get bombs off of his first kill. So TA is now backtracking to 1 instead of exploring the rest of the overworld. Because he wants... Oh, Dodongo dwells on Death Mountain. Alright.
So we just picked up where level 2 is, I believe.
So, yeah, TA is thinking, I would rather dig 1 for both items before I do any other dungeons. Solid plan. You know, if you find something like maybe the any key in here, that would help you dig the other dungeons. You could also find something like the bow, which then tells you not to dig any more dungeons. That would be great. He's almost going to get his any key. Instead, he's going to find its ladder blocked, but... Oh, you know, this is interesting, too. What if this room contains an item? Because I don't think Janthe could... Oh, and it does indeed contain a staircase. It's a connector. It's a segmented one?
Probability... Ooh. 1 has a good chance of being segmented. I don't expect... Oh, this is segmented. Hell, I don't expect this to be very segmented, like anything crazy, like triple or quad or anything like that. I expect that to just be the one segment. And it is...
Oh! What did I just say about maybe finding a bow in one? Oh my goodness.
Well,
bow in any key.
Well, you still gotta dig level... You still gotta find ladder, though.
Yeah, ladder is required for most seeds. I agree. And silvers, of course. But wow. How fortunate. And that's the room with the any key.
Yep.
There it is. Thurwolf was right.
Yep, Thurwolf on point.
The East Coast item has been checked. It was the red candle. Sorry. Yeah. So we had a sort of vanilla Armos item with the bracelet. It was just on a different screen. And we had a... Oh, is he going to buy the arrow? Because he got the bow. Yeah, he's like, give me that arrow.
He pays a rather meme price for it.
Yeah. A little bit more than his large secret for that arrow. So that's relatively, yeah, that is expensive. But he's got an arrow now. He's not going to have to block clip into that Goma in 8. Block clipping with a Goma is especially hard because, you know, he's shooting fireballs at you the whole time. Yeah.
And the island spot at Vanilla 4 turned out to be a good small secret for this seed, and that's 15 rupees, so... Our small and mids are looking good, but the large is leaving something to be desired.
Yeah, and it is usually the large that determines if it's a poverty seed or not. So that's unfortunate. Although Janthe is so rich, you would never know. Ooh, new level. Oh, there's where you're supposed to get your candle. In a bomb wall spot. Oh, no, so it's not where you're supposed to get the candle. Well, yeah, 21 bombs is not nice.
Yeah, 24 is not nice, but you know what? I've seen worse. It's not mapped, so we're good.
Yeah.
With a well-timed clock.
Wow, how nice to get a clock on the first enemy instead of the last, huh? Oh, and an early... Ooh! That's a linear level 7.
Yeah,
linear segmented 7.
Gets sniped by the blue dark nut, though. In fact, I'm gonna go out there on a limb with this ink blot, and I'm gonna call that the Fire Temple from Ocarina of Time, because it's a dungeon that was long as well as linear, and I'm seeing both traits in this ink blot.
I like that. I was gonna take it literally and do like a water faucet with, but no, yeah, Long and linear. Let's go with the fire dungeon. I like it.
Yeah, the only good news about a dungeon like this is that, oh, hello, Aquamentus. And you're about to go bye-bye. Ooh, soft Aquamentus, too.
Yeah, his HP got randomized low. Could you imagine, though, this level without the map? Because being so linear, you're going to check for bomb walls everywhere, and none of them are going to work.
And a toll in level 5, where it's 60 rupees or 1 heart. TA opting for the heart because that would have been all his rupees.
Interesting that he chose to pay the heart when he's, hovering right around the white sword item. It does make sense. If he had only... Oh, he's going to leave the room and come back to get the compass on the other side. Very smart. The compass will move to a floor drop if you've killed all the enemies, which it's right there. Okay,
And Janthe just picked up the heart container that's in level 7. Each dungeon 1 through 8 will have one randomized somewhere within the dungeon setup. It depends on what room it is. It could be sitting there. It could be spawn after beating an enemy.
Mm-hmm.
But they're definitely worth picking up if you find them.
Yep. You can always use more health, and they help you pick up the white sword and mags, so... Yeah, that's right. Somebody in chat mentioning white sword as the silver item again. Oh, another recorder block.
Yep, and
another block.
Yep, that block is a dig dogger block. However, that could also be a bomb hole room as well.
Yes. So, if I remember correctly, TA left 5 because of a key block, right?
I believe
so, yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. The only other option he had would have been to respawn the enemies and try to Kanana key it.
Yeah. Yeah. He maybe just didn't feel like... Ooh, and Janthe finds level 4. He's the first person to find that level. Oh, and TA finds level 2. Wow, so just 15 minutes in, our players have taken very different routes and found... just about every level between them. I think we're still looking for 6.
Yep, it's just 6 missing. Janthe finding the staircase in 4, and we have a segmented level 4. What is it with all these segmented dungeons today?
I guess it makes sense that when one dungeon... Oh, free Triforce in 2, but no, he wants the item. I think it makes sense that when one dungeon ends up segmented, because all the dungeons have to share a map, they end up cutting into each other, so then everybody else ends up segmented too.
Except for level 2, because have a look at that ink blot. Name that one, folks. Then we got the white sword 4.
Ooh, that's a wonderful item to find.
Yep, anytime you find an offensive upgrade, it is a major plus, because TA could use that right now, because these likes are being troublesome. Oh, hi, Patra!
Oh, Pactra's in 4. Hey, look at that segment. What a nice little segment.
Yeah, it looks like a Y-Wing about to do a bombing run on an Imperial installation.
Yeah, right.
Now, Janthe probably wishes for the bow right about now, because these bunnies are not going down easily, and they don't with the sword.
I was going to say, it's funny, we were just saying, oh, that white sword, that'll help him with combat, and then TA's got the bow and wood arrows already.
We have a heart container find in level 2, however, because we have a floor item in 2, we do not know if that was the floor item, or was that the dungeon heart.
Yep, so he's going to have to...
And it's Uncle Wizzy's house.
Red Wizrobes, he's fighting him correctly. You just stand half a tile to the right, and they miss you. He does not want to spend his last key on those 2 rooms. He's going to prefer to spend bombs, I guess. Maybe key this door instead. I don't know where his bomb walls on the other 2 rooms are.
Yeah, but that's a very dangerous room, and he's doing it right. He's flipping in and out to change the enemy count. He got a blue Wizrobe out of there. So that's a major plus, and we got a Triforce out of 4. So Janthe is wrapped up level 4 in its entirety.
Did he get an item?
Yes, it's the white sword.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I didn't write it down. And there's no blocks on that. Good, good. Yeah, it was 3. TA left level 3 without getting an item. No, that's a cheap magical sword. Janthe, looking at those bombs, looking at those other items, chooses not to spend any of his money. I wonder what he's saving it for. I'm gonna guess the blue ring.
Yeah, at this point, gotta be a blue ring, because that would really help with the offense. And another dig dogger?
Oh,
I'm really starting to think this seed might not just come down to who finds ladder and silver arrows. Who's gonna get the recorder first?
And yeah, really, huh? We do have what's probably a dig dogger block in 7, but we're not sure. And then yeah, a minute after I say it, he finds the blue ring, and buys it. So that's really good for Janthe, having white sword and blue ring, with 7 dungeons left to do. He got it pretty early too, just 19 minutes into the run. So, oh, the 3rd big secret for Janthe. So that's all the money he's going to see this game.
Yep, this one at the forgotten spot.
Mm-hmm. So he's probably going to find level 2, I guess, if he bombs all of... and 5, if he bombs all of Death Mountain.
Yeah, TA just bombed around one of the key doors, so that's definitely a plus when you can conserve keys.
Mm-hmm. But he didn't find the item in 2. So that tells me that the item in 2 is... it's probably in that northern tip, what I'm calling the Wallmaster's finger. So if it's in that northern tip, then it could be anything, and TA skipped it.
Or it's that dig dogger block as Janthe enters level 2.
Could absolutely be a dig dogger room. Yeah.
Janthe is better equipped for that northern section, though.
Yeah, he is. He's coming in with 3 keys and better equipment in every way except for no bow. Janthe did go into level 1 and see the any key, but he didn't get as far as the bow because at the time he was swordless, so he couldn't dig very far into 1. Yeah, chat is praying for recorder blocked silvers. Yeah, you guys are mean.
Recorder blocked ladder to silvers would be worse.
Just wait until all the awful things chat will start inventing in second quest. I've already started doing it too. I've invented a potion block in the second quest. I think the randomizer can do it. So.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Somebody asked Fred to see if that's a possibility.
Yep. Janthe also skipping the Triforce. I'll let chat try to imagine what I'm imagining, but I think it is possible to have a potion block. So let's see if TA takes that northern fork into level 2. Oh, Janthe is also...
Cleared the whiz. Well, what do we got here? Oh, another room of combat, but you're locked in, so you're gonna have to fight it out.
Yeah.
Also, mind that you don't get shot by a Wedris road, because that's the equivalent of a Hyrule driver.
Yeah, that's the most damaging thing in the game, yeah. So this is mean because it's got bubbles and Wizrobes in a grid. And Wizrobes in a grid are awful because, you fight Wizrobes by standing on half tiles, so they don't shoot their beams. They only shoot their beams when they're fully lined up with you. So you can't be half a tile to the right of a red Wizrobe, and you can't really be on a half tile to avoid the blue Wizrobes because you're on a grid. So that hurts. And then you're shutter doored in, so you can't hide in the door or do the enemy replacement trick. So that's a very nasty item room. And at this point, we're pretty sure it's the item room because TA explored so much else. And of course, TA just nopes out of level 2. I think, yeah, he's gonna...
He took a death.
Yeah, he's gonna beat the rest of the game and just hope that those weren't his silvers. Good call, to be honest. That's a very hard combat room. Janthe, with his white sword and blue armor, will have a much better chance. Yeah, goes through a bomb door and then Wizrobe in the face. He's like, nope, I'm not gonna. So Janthe doesn't want to do this room. Let's see about the room he's about to get shuttered into. He may also spend bombs on those Wizrobes as well. So TA is now doing 8. Said he's got his bow, so he's gonna get further than Janthe did, swordless and bowless.
And he gets his raft. as Janthe is now clearing out the blue wizard room. This would be a good point to exit the room, come back in to actually save that enemy set as is, because 1 heart, half heart, dangerous stuff, because he's about ready to walk into the nest in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I would have, with half a heart, so much for having the blue mail, I would have bombed those blue wizards more, not expecting this mess.
And Janthe takes a death in that room.
Yeah, got shot by the red wizard. That does 2 full hearts with the blue mail. Reduced from 4, so... Yeah, that is a terrible room. It's too bad it's at the end of the dungeon, so every enemy in the middle is going to respawn on his trip back, if he tries to make a trip back. And yeah, that Dig Dogger... So, level 2 is going to come down to that Dig Dogger room, or that Wizrobe room at the end. And I think both players just feel like they don't have the time to do it. You could spend 10 minutes digging that out, and it turns out to be the book, or Boomerang, so... Both players are gambling on it not happening. TA finds a staircase? Connector. Alright. We don't have a map of 8 yet, so we don't know where he's going. Bonus heart was not found yet. So, yeah, level 2, we only found 1 heart container in it. So, we don't even... Yeah, we don't even know.
Starting to wonder if TA found the segmented portion of level 8, so that could possibly be a thing.
Yeah, normally when you see isolated segments like that, it'll be, on the north side. But yeah, segments can happen anywhere. And, okay, Janthe bombs around a key door. He's going to get nowhere like TA did, but he's going to explore it. It's funny, TA also finds the bomb upgrade in 8 with exactly 75 rupees. Oh, TA block clips that Goma, no problem. He even had his arrows out and doesn't even kill him. Alright. Must be nice. These players are very good. You get that block clip that quickly. And with the Goma in the room shooting homing fireballs, yeah. So TA is now exploring fresh territory in level 8. Oh, I wonder if either player cleaned out this room. I imagine TA did. Yeah, this was a room that Janthe marked as nope on his first pass, and he was correct to do so. However, now he feels like he wants to.
Yep, and that room's got nothing.
Yeah. I figured if it did, then TA would have found it. Yeah. So he's actually going to make a second stab at the awful room. Maybe kill these... He's killing these red Rizropes now for bombs. He knows this room has nothing because he cleaned it the first time. But, of course, last enemy has the clock.
You'd rather first enemy in this room or the next to have the clock in this situation. And, it's a full retreat. Can't blame him.
Ooh, helpful yeah. Yep. He had some resources, but yeah, at this point he just feels like he's time crunched. So neither player knows this, but both of them chickened out on the item in 2, which is probably the correct call. They did playing first quest. It's pretty much stepladder, bow, and silvers, so it's probably the correct call to not dig. You don't know what you need.
And a ladder blocked map in 8. The ladder is, or lack thereof, is really causing problems.
Mm-hmm. This is another dungeon where it would have helped. May even be required. And again, as soon as you get the ladder, both players know it. Ladder equals any key in 1. So they're just looking for that step ladder, and if they find it, they'll probably go back for that any key.
The dungeon heart in 8 has been found.
Yeah, so... No compass? That would be helpful. Jeez, 8 blue dark nuts with turrets. Did I say compass? I just said compass. Oh,
that many blue dark nuts, no less. With a turret in the room? No, thank you. Okay, Maury Povich.
Yeah. So it looks like you need to spend a key to get to the Triforce in 8. TA might be trying a little. He's damage boosting himself through the. Nice. I like that trick. Oh, no. He found a way over. Making eastward progress.
Could have taken out the Oh, I was about to say this is going to be easy. Nope, Wallmaster.
Well, and then there was a shutter door, so he knew it couldn't be an item, and that's all he cares about. Yeah. Maybe that Wallmaster will replace the Dark Nut in the lower enemy slot.
Hell, it did, and
it did. Yeah.
Oh shoot.
He's taken one look for an item. Not this room. Yep. Oh shoot. So Janthe now finds level 5. He doesn't have his step ladder. But he does have one key? So he might... It depends how he spends it. He might get somewhere here that TA didn't. He pays the money. That's probably smart with 6 hearts.
Interesting to note, we still haven't found the white sword item yet, and I'm thinking it's over in the grave area.
Yeah, it's really the only place they haven't been. They've checked the Lost Hills, the coast, the forest, most of the areas near start, but maybe not the bombs. And I think, neither player's really been in the Deadwoods.
Right, but we've got some very beefy manhandlers this seed. Janthe had to waste a number of bombs to take it out. Like, I'm pretty sure somebody sent that manhandler something shifty.
Super manhandlers are my least favorite. People talk about, super ropes, super stalfos. The super manhandlers are, obviously not vanilla. They're supposed to die in one bomb. Oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah, and Janthe has also had enough level 5. Okay. He ran out of keys as well. In a different spot. He made it further because he was willing to pay the toll booth. But paying the toll booth didn't get him an item or a Triforce. So
yeah, all I got him was a beefy manhandler.
Yeah, which he did kill. Didn't get anything for it, unfortunately. So that leaves us half an hour in both players with 2 Triforces. That's not bad considering all the blocks they faced. Oh, no, Janthe just wanted bombs. Okay. He thinks the solution in level 5 is a bomb wall.
Yeah, judging by how linear the dungeon is thus far, it could easily be a find the bomb hole situation, but not the toll room.
Yep. So, toll rooms won't have... Oh, no, they can. They can. I was gonna say something about other types of rooms. Bomb upgrade rooms won't have bomb walls only on the north side, but they can on the sides. That is one of the nice things about randomizers, that you can sometimes bomb out of a toll booth and not pay.
Can also do that with a meat block, provided you're not trying to bomb north. Found that one out the hard way because Sky bombed down into the meat block, and there was no other way out but up wasn't open due to the guy still being there.
Yes.
Riddle me that one.
If you turn around immediately, you can do it, but if you go into the room to check, west, east, and south, then you can't get back up. You have to up A. And yeah, that can be a big setback on your dungeon progress. So TA, making a second trip into 5. Janthe was obviously just here. I forget.
Well, there's 5's heart container, but it's blocked. Oh, hi, Gliok. It looks like you have put the triangle in front of you because you were playing with it.
How fortunate you don't have to kill that 4-headed Gliok. Because TA has the white wood sword, 7 hearts. That's not really enough. Whew. Somebody in chat says that's some healthy tea there. Not sure if he's talking about the tea room or the Triforce.
Yeah, and one thing that could have happened if you had the ladder was ladder clip to get to that heart container, but no ladder clip.
So the second item in 8 is still a mystery. TA got the Triforce and ran. Again, with the bow, he's only looking for silvers, maybe a ladder. Ladder is probably required. It
There's
usually
6.
ends up required in most seeds.
There's level 6, and that certainly looks like a lemonade, maybe?
The Minute Maid dungeon. So,
Whoa,
so we've...
hello, white sword item, and that is the recorder. Dig Dogger, say your prayers.
Let's see what he does with that recorder now. He can whistle back to 2 and check that Dig Dogger block. He can also whistle back to any dungeon he may have missed but completed, so not 1.
Oh, hey, it's paper.
That's where the free items were. The free items were in the grave. Okay. So, thinking about where stepladder can be, we know it's not in 1. It's probably not in 8 or 5, given that it's blocked. Neither player got far into 7. I don't think TA's even seen 7. And, you know, because we've seen so many recorder blocks in dungeons, I don't know if... I mean, 6 is certainly a possibility, because we haven't seen any ladder blocks in 6 yet. We haven't seen much of it. So Janthe is still looking for levels, it looks like.
Well, 6's heart container's been claimed, and now a ladder block in a Chevy room. Ugh.
So where is that ladder? Because these ladder blocks can't be blocking the ladder. Oh, is he checking for a Triforce? Yeah, he wants to see if the Triforce spawns in the middle of the room. Nope. Okay.
Noticed. Janthe is finally back in level 1, and will finally be able to get the bow. Question is, after getting the bow, will Janthe try to raise up money for arrows?
It's a good question. Those arrows are pretty expensive. If I remember correctly, they cost approximately as much as a large secret being 75.
6 rupees.
Ooh, another toll booth in level 6 that blocks several rooms. So, this time TA does pay the money, not the life. Ouch. Vicious toll booths this seed, in a poverty seed no less. You know,
Yeah.
I don't often see the chance to pay with money at toll booths. It seems like it's always life or bombs. Very rarely keys, and even more rarely money. But here we are, 2 toll booths offering money payment in this seed. Actually, I believe all toll booths will offer the same choice in the same seed.
They will.
Yeah, they will, yeah. So, of course you're offered the money choice in a seed where that is actually a resource. Because thanks, Randomizer.
Yep, game knows.
Yeah, game knows.
Janthe has the bow.
Janthe has the bow, so at this point he can get the cannot get the Triforce. I believe TA was key blocked, and Janthe has 0 keys. So you want to come back to level 1 with your stepladder anyway and get that any key. So but he would like to have the Triforce to whistle to it.
That would make sense.
If you had the Triforce in 1, you could whistle back and pick up your any key. It's only in 1 room east and 1 room north of start. So, that would be...
Another toll? Come on, game. Now, that old man
Wow.
is being very nasty this seed.
And he was $3 short of paying the toll, so he has to pay another heart. So, that means that the 3 toll booths in the seed were 1 in level 5 and 2 in level 6, and TA paid both of the ones in level 6, and they honestly both look necessary from his map so far. Wow. That's not nice. And he has the wood tunic, don't forget. Yes, the wood tunic. You heard me.
Green tunic, wood tunic, whatever.
Whatever.
Could
So,
explain why when Link gets hit by things that burn, he's always on fire in games like Ocarina of Time.
Link is made out of paper. Him paying 2 toll booths with hearts and a 3rd with rupees is significant, because he's now very fragile. Whereas Janthe's 1 toll booth he's paid so far, he paid with money, and he'll probably have the 60 rupees to pay another one in 6. He may pay 1 heart. Janthe spending his last bomb on...
Ooh, Korea grumbles with the red ring. Now, the
Hints.
reblock in the vanilla game is
Oh!
7. So that makes me think red ring is in 7.
And there was a recorder block in 7, and he's got the recorder. That was 20 rupees well spent.
Yep, that's a gamble you take with mixed hints, though, because you can pay the money and get completely trolled.
That's right, and even when you do get a hint, like if every hint was good, sometimes it's like, step over the water to get the red ring. And it's like, yeah, I saw it on the coast, thanks.
Yeah, in those cases, you just say, old news, game. Or old news, old man, get caught up in the times. You're just like that Ace Attorney judge.
He's funny. I'm actually playing through that series right now. I'm enjoying it very much. But back to... Oh, checking Recorder Lake. Alright, seems like an early check, but... Oh, if that had paid off, he would have probably felt good about that, with the recorder being in an
That was an up a retry. I don't know how much he lost out of that, though.
That may have been a mistake, judging by how far he's paused. He does have the blue ring on his save screen, though.
Oh, my goodness. He has to go back and get the bow. The up a retry cost him the bow.
Okay.
But
it only cost him the bow, though.
But did it also cost him the red ring? No, the power bracelet. I didn't see that very... Nope, it didn't. Never mind.
It didn't. So, okay, he only lost the bow in 1. That's not terrible. And he knows he wants to go back to 1 for the any key and the Triforce. So he doesn't have to panic yet. Yeah, that looked like an accidental retry. Yeah, if he had the Triforce in 1, he would have also lost his ability to recorder to it. You know, he would have... So what he lost was information. If he finds the silvers, only then does he actually lose the bow. Because with no arrow, he kind of sort of didn't have the bow anyway. So yeah, that probably cost him a minute. Actually not a catastrophe.
Yeah, because that could have been worse, because I have had an emulator crash on a Zelda 3 rando seed, and I lost a very healthy amount of progress. So it's like, you know what, game? I see how it is. Had to tap on that one. Not my fault. Things happen.
Yeah. My first match of this tournament against Dragon Darch, he beat the game in an hour flat, and I was not going to beat it nearly as fast, but I did the same thing. I had a deadly retry. I tried to... save scum for the hints to get my hints for free, but I forgot to do a save first. And I actually had a really good start. It was something like 7 minutes into the seed, and I had the stepladder and the white sword, which was under an Armos or something. So I had a really fast start, but then I did a retry, and I went back to and I'd never saved. So 7 minutes in, I had reset all my progress, and that hurt. That was a catastrophe. Whenever I see those accidental retries, you hold your breath. But fortunately, he did save. And it's interesting that he saved, because I don't remember him save scumming for anything else. He didn't do the gambling game. He didn't do hints. He didn't do save and reload to reuse his keys, as far as I know, which is a very good strategy.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the risks you take with the up-A strategies of Randomizer.
Yeah, if you accidentally hit select, you can retry, which can be very bad. So yeah, I guess I advocate, if you're gonna up-A and do a continue, maybe do a save every now and then, just in case you accidentally retry. You don't want TA now dipping into 7 for the first time, and Janthe now dipping into 6 for the first time. He's going to get... TA is going to get a lot further in 7 with his 6 keys. He may even find the red ring to make up for the blue ring he doesn't have. I mean, with a poverty seed...
Oh, hey, it's Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Taking down Aquamentuses and Dodongos. I like it. This level is now Jurassic Park.
Well, I mean, it does make the name Fire Temple make more sense, because there's a dragon as the boss of that, and you got not one but 2 dragon-type monsters that are floating around level 7.
Yeah. Oh, free heart container. I think Janthe did find that as well. So Janthe can pay one of the 2 toll booths in this dungeon. We'll see what he does. Or maybe he takes a different path and he finds it. And TA just finding all the keys. He's got 9 now. So much for being key-starved in level 5 and 8. And even being a little cheap at 2 when he had 2 or 3 keys. I think he did go broke in level 2 at some point. Now he's got 9. How about that? 9 and with most of the Triforces found, too. Oh, there's the Triforce in 6. TA, according to our tracker, TA did get that. I must have missed it.
Yep, I didn't see it either. Thing is, Janthe is trying to find an item. Ooh, get the bomb upgrade. Oh, and it's a max upgrade.
Oh, that makes both. Wow, that's 6 full bombs. In vanilla, it's 4. The randomizer can increase it to as much as 6, and it just did. 97 rupees is not that expensive for a bomb upgrade either. So that's wonderful. Can certainly help with combat. When you have that many bombs, you feel less bad about bombing Wizrobes. Yeah. Height max expansion, yes.
Oh no, worthless staircase. And when I say worthless, I mean absolutely worthless. South, come on, game.
So Janthe does pay rupees for his first toll booth, like I predicted.
It's a ladder block, though.
Yeah.
Takes the death, so now that room he cleared for the Triforce, he's gonna have to clear again. And now we know where the Triforce is in 7.
Oh, I think TA actually walked past the Triforce to try to dig for an item, which he didn't find. I thought he checked every staircase on his way. He definitely checked the lower right segment. Oh, maybe he didn't go north of the Triforce. No. There's not many rooms that this red ring could even be in. Could it be recorder blocked and he's not going to get the red ring now as a result?
Yep, because that's the one thing Janthe has that TA does not. Janthe never found the white sword item, which is the recorder in this seed.
Yeah. And, combat's pretty heavy. We haven't seen Wizrobes in too many dungeons. What if they're in 9? Janthe's armor upgrade could matter. And if I remember correctly, was it Janthe or TA that had the hint for the... Oh, there it is.
It was Janthe that had the hint, but TA has found it.
TA has found it. So much for spending $250 on that blue ring. TA got a better one.
So TA has got the red ring and the Triforce, and he is just going to piece on out of there, move on to the next drive-through stop.
So, TA's got most of these Triforces now without a ladder. I believe TA thinks that one is ladder blocked, and so do I. I think we're now getting his audio. Yeah, Janthe is looking at the toll booth, and he's like, do I pay it? He tries, does not get it. Does he pay it? Oh, so he might think that there's an item on the other side. But he's just going to grab the Triforce and run, it looks like.
Understandably so, because that can be nasty. TA jumps into 4.
TA has found 4. So now TA has found all the dungeons, including 9. So TA is, I guess, on pace for players of this caliber this late in the tournament, I guess. Planning to be in go mode or at least 9 at an hour. Both players, I think 25 minutes in, had a pair of Triforces each, which is very good. But Janthe, now at the 48-minute mark, still sitting with just those 2 Triforces, seems to be hitting every block in every dungeon, whereas TA is getting through them.
TA just picks up the white sword out of 4. Unfortunately, that does happen in this randomizer, even to some of the best players, where they just have seeds where they struggle to get triangles and they don't take the right turns. I've seen it happen to a number of players, won't name names, but think of all the top players. And every single one of them has a seed like this where they just don't take the right turns and run into all the blocks. It can happen to anyone. This randomizer doesn't care who you are. There are some days where it just gives you the business. Just like the saying goes, some days you're the dog, other days you're the fire hydrant.
Yup. Today Janthe must feel like the fire hydrant. To go into 6, see the Triforce, leave the Triforce alone, and then dig for an item, and then not get the item, and then get killed. And it's like, I just want my Triforce now. I don't even want the item in 6 anymore. You know, I would do an item rundown, but it wouldn't be very detailed, because these players haven't found much. Level 1 has the any key in the bow, but the any key is ladder blocked, so neither player has it. Level 4 has the white sword. Level 7 has the red ring. Janthe has a hint for that. And level 8 has the raft and one other item. And that's it. 2 and 3 were dug, empty-handed. 5 was dug, empty-handed. Janthe is trying to get the item in 6, like it's Zelda. And that's it. The armless item was the bracelet, and the coast item was the red candle, neither of which were necessary. And the white sword item in the grave is the recorder. Janthe does have that, and he might need it in level 5, maybe, to get the item. We're not sure. Could also be an item in 2. But, yeah, so even TA, you know, with his triangle lead, like, nobody's found any items. It's very, very unusual. Yeah, yep. Who wants to bet that the ladder is the item that neither of them got from 2?
Hey, that's possible. It could also be silver arrows. Hey, but you could also wind up finding the inferior model or Lord Banana in there, or the wand, or the heart container. Any of those are still in play.
Yeah, and I mean, level 2 would be a good candidate for the ladder for no other reason than level 2 was not ladder blocked. It had a recorder block on an Aquamentus, and it had a combat block like 12 rooms deep on some Wizrobes and a shutter. So, the ladder obviously can't be ladder blocked, but it could be recorder or combat blocked. So that would be a very good place to put the ladder. Whereas, you know, it's probably not 5 or 8.
Hey, speaking of a good place to put it, we've got TA working on one of the combat blocks that was in level 3, dealing with blue Wizrobes down to 1. Does this yield the item that's in the Nope, it doesn't even move. Rude game.
That was a hard fight.
A hard fight for nothing.
Yeah. So Janthe takes the triangle in 6. He has no idea. He's just like, I'm just gonna take the triangle and run. I don't know where the item is. Where's my ladder? He knows where the bow is. He just figures he'll go back for the bow when he goes back for the any key. He's not worried about that. But wow. Maybe these red gorillas will give him the bomb he needs to check the nope. To check the nope.
There we go, the ladder's in 3.
Oh, wow. What was guarding it? I missed that room.
So north of the blue Wizrobes, it looked like it was just some keys, I think? Or something very relatively minor.
He must have been key blocked on his first visit to not get that, because both players have been into 3, and neither of them got the ladder? Huh.
Maybe it was the shutter door with that blue Wizrobe room? I didn't catch that. Yep, keys and Zols, just like, it was keys and something. Thanks, Random. Oh, and it was a bomb hole. And it was the old magical bomb hole, so TA has made the turn for level 1.
Yep, he's gonna get his any key and his Triforce and be well into 9. Oh, man.
But now, here's the question, though. Do you gamble for silvers in 9, or do you go back and check on some of that stuff just to be sure? Because you could get 2, we got 2, we didn't get the item out of 5, or 2, or 1 item out of 8, so you're taking...
Or 6.
Or 6 for that matter, so that... Yeesh. That's not a good gamble.
And TA also missed the white sword item. He still hasn't seen it. He was looking for it, too. It's in the grave, probably the last spot he's ever going to look. So, yeah, not only does he miss 2, 5, 6, and 1 of the things out of 8, he's also missing the white sword item. So his sabermetrics have the silver arrows being pretty much anywhere in the world. But you know what, though? If I'm TA, and I'm... let's assume he gets out of level 1 at like 56 minutes... I would go into 9 because I want to win. And I feel like if the silvers are in 9, then all the time I spend digging it out of other dungeons is a waste. Whereas at least if you're in 9 and the silvers are elsewhere, you either, 1, might get the hint that the silvers to kill the beast lie elsewhere, because it's still a possibility with these flags. You might get that hint, or you might dig out other items and in the process full clear 9, get your path to Ganon and Zelda down, and then do it. So, Aquamentus awaits with the bow. Hey, Janthe, did you get that?
Game.
Janthe, did you get that bow in level 1 yet? Did you, Janthe? Oh, I'm being mean.
Janthe just found level 3. One bomb, though, if used right, could get the ladder.
Oh, I thought he was in 3. Oh, maybe he unlocked 3, but then the up A took it out. So TA, I gave a conservative estimate for him leaving here at 56 minutes. Oh no, I said he would be in level 9 at 56 minutes. I could still be right about that prediction. But yeah, so Janthe maybe never was in level 3, so maybe he'll find his stepladder here and then think his opponent had it earlier and feel behind.
Yeah, that's definitely possible. Mind games definitely play a role into how a runner races this.
Mm-hmm.
And that ink blot on Janthe looks like the staircase from Super Mario Brothers, and that room way off to the right is indeed, it confirms, a stealth staircase.
Mm-hmm. It's like a half Triforce.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I don't think TA had the map when he dug 3. This is going to make finding that stepladder a lot easier. Yeah, so this was... The stepladder was just north. Oh, he thinks the stepladder's in this room with the blue Wizrobes. Playing some Bomberman.
Didn't work out, though. No. TA's going right for the back of level 2, though.
Oh, he is. He is actually checking level 2. Interesting. Like I said, yeah, not if you use all your bombs. That's right. Says chat. Honestly, I would have skipped that room in 3 and kept going, because with the map, I would check the entire right side and try to go a little further. Yeah. Spent all his bombs, and unfortunately digging the item out of 3 is the right choice. I hope that there is another way around, that he maybe isn't ladder blocked. Ladder blocked! So you have to actually go north through that blue Wizrobe room and then bomb into the stepladder room. Yeah, this has the possibility of being an item room, except it's not. Ooh. TA just face-tanking those blue Wizrobes.
So we got 2 heart containers out of level 2, so that does confirm our heart container was indeed in level 2.
That's funny. Oh, you actually didn't need a bomb after all. It was just an open door to get... Oh no, that's a connector. I thought the keys and the Zols were guarding...
Oh no, it is a bomb hole. You gotta bomb north of the Aquamentus, I think.
No, north of the Aquamentus was this tea room. Oh, yeah, you're right. You have to bomb north of the Aquamentus, right, yeah. And given that other room, I think, was a staircase, yeah, so... Janthe, at this point, knows who the item in 3 is. It's in the northern tip. But he needs a bomb. He's not going to get the bomb. He's going to kill the... get the triangle from the... that triangle right there! Yes, that... the like holding Link still just one tile away from the triangle. It's like, give it to me! Give it to me! Oh, that's... Poor Janthe. He must be feeling right now. He's like, man, it's an hour and I've only got 3 triangles. Aquamentus awaits with the bow. TA pays for the hint because he's got the money and nothing else to spend it on besides arrows. Could have been a silver arrow hint. Could have been a hint for a dungeon he hadn't dug yet.
Well, speaking of, now that we're in level 9, here's what we're looking for out of 9. We are looking for a hint leading us to the silvers or the silver arrows themselves. Now, because it's mixed hints, the 4 hints that could be in 9 and 3 spots could also be scrapped by community hints. And one of those 4 hints that you can get in 9 is where the silvers are. Also, while looking around, we're listening for the roar of Ganon, which would be in an adjacent room north, south, east, or west from where you hear the roar. And we're also looking for a single shutter door that remains closed when all the enemies are beaten in a room. Although once the pig is bacon, then that single shutter door will pop open immediately, and then you find Zelda, and that would be the game.
Yep. Good explanation of that. Oh, there's a spot right there. Zelda? No. As a player, I always look at every single shutter door like a possible present. I'm like, is it here? Is it here? Is it here? TA choosing to kill this Pactra because this is a potential item room, and he's banking on silvers at 9, so he's not going to pass up any item rooms at all, or any potential staircase rooms. He's going to take every staircase he sees. Oh, not even a push block. Wow, troll game. So Janthe is now spending bombs on these Wizrobes, thinking that this could be the item room. I mean, he's got a chance, but no. If I were him, I would have bombed north into those other 2 rooms. Oh, early Ganon! That's not helpful.
No, it's not. And in that situation where you go find Ganon before you have silvers, your only hope is to find a bomb wall. Unfortunately, that's not the case. So the only choice is, and I'll continue because, well, you're not
stuck.
Yeah, your silver's blocked here.
Yeah. So he knew there was no bomb wall north because Ganon was on the top row. So he only had to bomb the left wall, and it didn't open, so he was confirmed stuck.
Now that we have the compass, we now know where Zelda's room is. Now this is a good thing, because now our players will have an idea of which way to navigate. However, that won't do anything if it's a staircase to Zelda.
Mm-hmm. Being in the middle of the dungeon, good chance of multiple shutters in her room. It's not like she's on the edge and you need, one shutter door in particular to enter her room only from the right side. There's a good chance of 3 or 4 shutters giving you access to Zelda in multiple ways, so good. That said, of course you find Ganon and Zelda within 4 minutes when you don't have the silvers, right? If he had the silvers already, he knows where Ganon is, he knows where Zelda is, he's on his way. He doesn't know the path to Zelda, but details, yeah. But nope, he's going to fully explore this 9 looking for silvers. This is why we sometimes call level 9 the Great Equalizer, because if Janthe gets any luck at all in this seed, he needs it, but maybe he'll find silvers in 5, and when he does, his level 9 will be much shorter, and TA could spend another 20 minutes in here digging out both items, and then be forced to retreat. And then he might retreat, and he might go to 6 or 8, or 5, and, or look for the white sword item more, and, that could give Janthe time to get the rest of his Triforce together. So until we know where those silvers are, even Janthe, Janthe must be panicking, an hour in with 3 triangles, oh no. But, there's a book in 9! TA didn't want to see that. Uh-oh.
No one wants to see that, that's for sure.
So, with that book, he decides to not even dig for the second item. He's gonna go check the other dungeons. Maybe mathematically correct. It is not totally debunked that silvers could be ladder blocked. There was a dig dogger in 2, but he ended up not blocking an item. There was also a dig dogger in either 5 or 8, where we don't have an item. He's out of bombs. Oh, these red gorillas are bomb droppers, though. There's quite a few of them. Somebody helped him out.
Yeah, and Janthe's about to get the ladder. He found the way around, bombed north of the Aquamentus, and now he is on his way to picking that up. From here, he is definitely heading back to level 1, no doubt about that.
Yep, he will get his bow and any key out of 1, and enjoy that very much. So then that leaves for him, really, 5, 7, and 8, and 3, I guess. Did he really never get the Triforce out of 3 when he got the stepladder? First time? No, he got it. Yeah, I just saw it on his screen. So yeah, that does leave 1, 5, 7, and 8. And those are fortunately the levels he does want to dig for items. He knows the red ring is in 7, and 5 and 8 are silvers candidates, which TA is now checking. Does a block clip, no item in this room. So, Janthe could, if he keeps digging, he could find silvers, and that would almost even the players back up if he could get lucky on that.
Yeah, well, there's...
Being optimistic,
Yeah, you gotta be optimistic in playing randomizer, because the randomizers are gonna troll. But you gotta remain optimistic because it can only troll you for so long before you catch a break. And that's Transport Staircase. That would have killed the perfect segue game.
And, you know, these players can't see each other's screen. They have no idea where the other person is. You gotta play it out, because for all you know, your opponent got trolled as hard as you, and they're tied with you, you know, the whole way. So, yep. So even if you're Janthe with, you know, 4 triangles after an hour, gonna be 5 soon. But and you assume your opponent is a 9, you know, you're not wrong. Keep playing your hardest, play it out. Your opponent could be in your shoes. TA not finding a map or an item in 5, not even with that ladder clip he did over the moat. Janthe reclaiming his bow for the 2nd time, finding that rare 2nd bow in Hyrule.
And finding that level 1 has a Patra guarding the compass.
Oh, thanks, game. Patra's in level 1. Oh, I love it. Great.
Yeah, this seed has had a number of Patras, that's for sure.
Yeah. Fewer Wizrobes, more Patras.
7.8 out of 10 too many Patras.
I agree. I don't like fighting Patras very much either. So both players sitting at 10 hearts. Janthe never paid that 2nd toll booth in level 6, so he has all 10 hearts he ever found. TA was at one point higher on the heart total. He's paid 2 toll booths with hearts. Again, back what we said at the beginning of the seed, that magical sword, 1 screen off of level 9. It only takes 10 hearts to begin to check it. In vanilla, it's 12, but in randomizer, it can be anywhere from 10 to 16, I think.
10 to 14.
10 to 14.
And also, for a question from chat, what happened to Janthe is that, unfortunately, he had an inadvertent retry where he wound up losing a bit of progress. Thankfully, he only lost the bow, because that could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, he dug one pretty deep, got the bow, and then did a retry instead of a save. And fortunately, the only things he lost were information, which you don't lose when you reset. So a little bit of a Groundhog Day reset for Janthe, but he was okay with it. I mean, it did undoubtedly cost him a minute or 2, but he at the time he didn't have the step ladder for level 1's any key or level 1's Triforce, so he had to go back to level 1 anyway. So you can't really say it was all lost time. I'm sure he still felt bad about it regardless. And, you know, with no silvers, he couldn't even use that bow, so it wouldn't have done him any good in the meantime.
But he does get the red ring now out of 7, so defensively, we have leveled the playing field as TA is going back into level 6.
So I didn't see TA get an item out of 5. Did the tracker or anybody in chat see that? Did he really just not get the item in 5? Was it Dig Dogger blocked? What could have possibly stopped him?
I am not too sure on that one.
Janthe very rapidly picking up these triangles now. What did I say? Like an hour and 2, he had 3? And now it's an hour 7 and he's got 6? I'm like, what?
How
he is...
quickly the game?
Oh, he ran out of bombs in 5. Okay, so TA tried to dig 5, ran out of bombs. What if that's where silvers are and Janthe finds them? Could Janthe steal this? Ooh.
Not so fast, Janthe's jumping into level 8. We knew the raft was here early, but we never saw the 2nd item. Now, I had a similar situation in another seed I called, where both items, but the difference there is that both items got dug out of 9. We only know of 1. And what wound up happening is they played the odds and got played because the 2nd item was the silvers in level 8.
Oh, yeah. So at this point, we know the silvers have to be in 5, 6, 8, or 9. There's only 4 spots left, because half of 8 and half of 9 have been dug. So, you know, the next TA has a 1 in 4 chance of being right, and Janthe has a 1 in 4 chance of being right. And Janthe is here for a triangle anyway. Janthe also has to go in the 5 for a triangle, which again is one of the Silver's potential dungeons. So, Janthe is checking this room only for a Triforce. Push blocks will not be in that column. Push blocks have to be in the middle row, if anywhere. So, nice block clip, Janthe.
Yep.
I've said before, block clips with a Goma are not easy, because those fireballs push you.
They definitely aren't, that's for sure. Actually doing a block clip with any boss in the room would be difficult.
Oh, yeah, J-Money in chat pointing out, we're missing the silvers and both boomerangs, as well as the wand. So, yeah, yeah, I guess I'll give another item rundown now that it's a little bit more filled out. We were pretty deep into the seed with most dungeon items not being dug. Players were going deep in the dungeons, you know, ignoring the Triforce, and look at that, level 6, how big that is. And TA paused to show us, never finding the item. Did he just find the item?
Yes, he did, and that's the wand.
Oh no! All that time in 6 for nothing, and you know Janthe isn't going to go back to 6 for silvers. With that, so TA actually just gave all that time back. Ooh. Is it enough time, though? What if Janthe finds the silvers here at 8? TA must be going to 8 now, because he tried 5, ran out of bombs. Tried 6, got wanded. I was about to give an item rundown, too.
Yeah, so you can add the wand to that, although quick description of what the wand does is that it's the front part of the wand does damage on par with that of the white sword, but also shoots out a beam. Players can hit both the B and A button at the same time to get both of those attacks stacked for extra damage, which can really help. And all hail Lord Banana. We've seen both items in 8.
So 8 was also a bust. Wow. So it has to be 5 or 9. It's a 50% chance. Yeah, about what the question is in chat with digging 9. At the time TA got the book out of 9 and bailed, it made sense that he would want to check other dungeons, because at that point it's all about what item will be the next quickest item for me to obtain. And digging 9 for a single item, when you have seen as little of 9 as TA has, hurts. It's expensive. You know, it could be 20 minutes before he sees the second item in 9. And at that point, he was thinking, you know, I haven't dug 2, I haven't dug 5, 6, or the other half of 8. So or the white sword item, for that matter. It could, and that happened to TA in another race. Silvers with a white sword item, and he missed him. He must be having flashbacks right now. Wow, that looks strangely close to Vanilla 9.
Yeah, just a little, distorted.
Yeah, the corners are missing. The eyeballs are in nearly the correct place. Fred!
It
looks like a skull.
Well, it kind of does, although a bit of a deranged one.
It's Ganon after Link has shot him with the silvers, so he's got an extra hole. That's it.
Phrasing.
Phrasing. Yeah, okay. But, yeah. So, so I understand why TA went to go look at other dungeons, because getting the second item out of 9 would probably take longer than getting the first item out of 2, or the first item out of 6. And now, you know, faced with the choice of, I guess, second half of 8 or second half of 9, he is choosing second half of 9. We'll see if it's the correct play.
Not a wrong choice per se, because we know 8's a bust. And also, TA did come across one of the 4 hints that can be in level 9, where the location of the beast. The others being the location of the quadrant of the princess, where the silvers are. That would be very helpful right now, as well as what enemy set guards the compass. And yes, you can have a seed where the compass is in Zelda's room. In that case, that hint will say the kidnapped guards the compass.
Pretty funny. It can happen. Yes. Oh, we found the item in 5 north of the Gleeok. No, it's a connector. Oh, how could you find a connector there? That makes no sense. Another room? Another room? Well past the Triforce at this point. Oh, TA did explore this. I remember that community hint. So if the silvers are in 5, that would be huge.
No, they're in 9! No, they're in 9!
They're in 9?
They're in 9!
Oh, they were in 9 all along!
It's me, Austin! It was me all along!
Still, in hour 14, he knows where Ganon is, and he's got the compass for Zelda. That's not bad at all. He might be feeling a little panicked that he bailed on 9. He might be thinking his opponent is in 9, but not quite. Still, he doesn't know the path to Zelda. Although he has explored enough of 9, I think, to figure it out, so...
Actually, very close to where the silvers were. He could have gone left or south, and there could have been a way to Zelda in either of those rooms.
Oh, really?
8 hits to take Ganon out with your white sword, and we got ourselves some bacon!
Janthe gets his Triforce... Janthe gets the Triforce of Courage at the exact same time TA gets the Triforce of Power.
I thought it was Triforce of Wisdom in this game. I didn't think
Wisdom.
Triforce of Courage was the thing until Zelda 2.
You're right. You're actually absolutely right. Yeah. Yeah. The game's title screen tells you that. So yeah, complete Triforce for one player and another at an hour 15:30.
And we have got ourselves TA finding the way to Zelda. Ladies and gentlemen, get out your GGs for your race winner, ta909, who clocks in first place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 15 minutes, 53 seconds.
GGTA. Janthe making an attempt at silvers with 10 hearts, not getting it.
Silvers?
Mags. Janthe looks like he's going to try to finish the seed here. We'll see if he finds Ganon as quickly as TA did. TA, remember, found Ganon before finding either the book or the silvers, and had to up A out of his room. And then found the book, and then checked all those other dungeons, and then found silvers. Went back and finished the game. We'll see what route Janthe takes through 9. See if he maybe has a quicker 9.
He already has the compass, so that's one. Uh-oh! Out of bombs. That is not a good thing for 9.
No. Lots of bomb walls in a first quest 9. Lots of bomb walls in a second quest 9, but not as many.
Yeah, and some required ones, too.
Mm-hmm. This might lead him to take more staircases, which could lead him to the silvers. And obviously the silvers themselves are in a staircase, but they're in a staircase near Zelda. So, this is a room that I believe TA did not... he probably did, because he was looking for silvers.
And with that, we are joined by our race winner, ta909. Congratulations on the win. You're moving on.
Oh, thank you very much. That was done completely in the wrong order.
It worked though, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much. Yeah, obviously the way to go that seed is just to go to level 7 and level 4 on Candle Road, get your white sword and red ring. I made that a lot more difficult than it needed to be, and I was just in panic mode when I was looking for the silver arrows. I didn't know what the best play was after I'd found the book, so...
I said to the stream, actually, while you were doing it, that I agreed with the play. You went into 9 looking for the silvers. At the time, you didn't have much information. The white sword item, by the way, was the recorder. You didn't know that either, I don't think?
No, I did not find a white sword item.
It was in the grave. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt, guys, but Janthe has forfeited from the race. So with that, the race has concluded. GG's to Janthe. It was a heck of a well played.
Yeah, that will unfortunately knock him out of the tournament too, with this being the second bracket. But well played. He got very far. And, there's no shame in losing that way. Both players struggled to look for items, dipped into many dungeons, couldn't find things. I'm talking to both of you now, although Janthe isn't yet with us. You both went into 3, didn't get the step ladder, had to make 2 trips into it. You both made several trips into 1. 5 as well. I think 4 is really the only dungeon you both entered, got the item, got the Triforce, and left, like business as usual.
Level 4 was nice and easy. The thing I was really concerned about was Janthe having the white sword and red ring earlier, which...
he had the white sword and blue ring earlier.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, I died, like, at the end of 6, for example. I had a lot of rough deaths that seed, and I lost a lot of time due to my death, so that was the one thing I was worried about. The, what was I going to say? Oh, GG, by the way, Janthe.
Welcome, Janthe.
Hello.
Welcome.
Yeah, so that was a rough seed with jumping into many dungeons multiple times, huh? With so many times you would enter a dungeon, such as 3 and not get the ladder, or 5 and not get the Triforce. Your opponent did the same, for what it's worth. He also had to visit dungeons multiple times. The silvers were a 9, and he actually left 9 to check 3 different dungeons, 2, 5, and 6, for items. And then he went back into 9 to get this a second time to get the silvers. So, but you as well. I remember 2 trips into 1, 2 trips into 2, 2 trips into 3. Tell me about that. What you were thinking as you were visiting all these dungeons.
It was very, very hard seed for me. I think my big mistake was to not manage my bomb. I was always without bomb in dungeon, and I didn't manage very good my routine to go for the old dungeon.
Oh,
it was very hard.
you mean the retry that made you revisit level 1 for the bow?
Oh yeah, it's a big
mistake.
Yeah.
That was unfortunate.
You had to go back to 1 anyway with the step ladder to get the Triforce and the any key, so that retry actually didn't hurt you too much. But
it was not a lot of time lost, I think.
Yeah, fortunate there. I mean, it could have sent you back to the very beginning of the game if you hadn't saved earlier. So, but yeah.
I think the hint for level 1, alluding to level 2, really screwed me this seed, because I did level 1 early, obviously.
Mm-hmm. You both did, and you both got stuck.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I found a hint for 2 on Death Mountain, so I went Death Mountain right away instead of usually I don't go Death Mountain early, but I'm like, oh well, 2's on Death Mountain, let me give it a shot. And I found 5 up there as well. I got caught up a little bit there. 2, I was having some key troubles in there. I had green tunic, wood sword, so.
And then the item in 2 was, first off, it was the heart container, which is deceptive in 2 because it's a floor drop, so you don't know if you found it. And then it was Wizrobe blocked in the northern tip, and a shutter door with Wizrobes. You both entered the item room of 2 with the Wizrobes, and you got locked in, and you both died, and you both didn't get it. TA, you got that heart container out of 2 only after going into 9.
Right. Yeah. So
you both made a second trip into 2 to get that item, and you both actually didn't get it, which is interesting.
Right. Yeah. I pretty much knew that was the item room. I had cleared every other room, so yeah.
There was a possible recorder block on a dig dogger if that wasn't it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I must have missed that room then. Okay.
Yeah, but it wasn't it. Yeah.
Okay, that's good then.
Yeah, heart container in 2, very deceptive item drop because you have to keep looking.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So for 1 and 2, I will always keep track of my heart containers to make sure I don't miss that floor drop, because that can really screw you if you don't keep track of your heart containers and you think that you didn't clear a room or whatever the case may be. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're absolutely very, very smart. Got to do that. So walk me through what you were thinking, TA, when you left 9, because chat asked why is he leaving 9 after finding only 1 of the 2 items, and I said, well, in this case, he's missing 2, he's missing 5, 6, the other half of 8, and the white sword item. So the math says you were not you were not likely to find the silvers in 9 anyway. Of course they were.
Right. One of the main reasons I left was because I had 0 bombs. I think the only bomb dropper was Wizrobes, I think. There might have been something else, I don't remember. But one of the main reasons I left was my lack of bombs. And there was a nice screen of Gorillas near the start, which you can farm bombs off of. And plus, there's a 20% chance at the time of silver arrows being in 9, because I had half of 8. I had the white sword. I had 6. And 5, which one's actually recorded, so it's gonna be 25%. So, yeah, I think leaving was the correct play. I mean, more often than not, they're not going to be in there. So,
yeah, and digging those other items out of those dungeons would theoretically take less time than getting the second item out of 9. You had a very fast 9 where you found Ganon right away.
Yeah, and the other
Unfortunately,
was
yeah,
Ganon and Zelda I had already found. So.
And then an item, so...
Exactly.
Janthe!
Yeah.
Oh, go on. You first.
Yeah, and the way it happened to turn out is that the silvers were quite literally on the path to Zelda, so... Bit oddball of routing in that regard, but at least it looked to be a relatively straightforward 9, because I've seen 9 do some nasty stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a level 9 can be a lot worse. We called it the great equalizer. You know, every commentator in every race says that for a reason. Which is what I was going to talk to Janthe about. So Janthe, at the time TA entered level 9, I think you only had maybe 5 or 6 Triforce pieces. But it was interesting. I was commentating this like you were going to make a comeback, because the 2 Triforce pieces you saved for last, 5 and 8, were 2 dungeons that TA didn't get the items out of. At the time, we thought the silvers had to be in 5, 8, or 9, and TA made his second trip into 9, right as you found the boomerang in 8, unfortunately. Had those silvers been in 8, where you found the boomerang, TA would have been going into 9 silverless, hoping that the second item in 9 was silvers. He could have found the boomerang there. You might have actually made a huge comeback. Yeah, so I mean, it would be interesting. I mean, unfortunately, I'm sure you're eliminated from the tournament now. Maybe you don't want to watch the tape, but the possibility was there if the silvers and boomerang had just switched places. You could have won. Yeah.
I don't know, because I don't. TA was already check all 9, I think, maybe, and
yeah.
I didn't check the 9, so
not very far. Yeah, I remember at the time you forfeited, you were out of bombs.
If the silver arrows was in 8, maybe it was very close race, but I don't know. I need to check the
Well, the compass in 9 was right near the start. You both picked that up, no problem. Ganon was a few screens north of that, and TA actually found Ganon very early in 9 and had to up A out of his room because he didn't have the silvers yet. So again, if the silvers and boomerang had switched and TA skipped the boomerang in 8, but if that were the silvers and TA dug the boomerang, right before he finished, and you dug the silvers, you'd go straight up to Ganon, you'd kill him first try, and then you'd get your way to Zelda. Like it could have happened. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, the momentum was definitely there for the potential for a great comeback, but it just unfortunately did not turn out, and unfortunately, as Catastrophe said, with this loss, you have been eliminated from the tournament. So I would like to give you this opportunity for your final thoughts on your overall tournament experience.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Okay, I can get a little big with the words.
Sorry.
What were your thoughts overall for the whole Zelda 1 randomizer tournament?
What? Sorry. I really don't understand the question.
Any comments on the tournament itself, the rules, your competitors?
Oh, yeah.
How you played? Yeah.
It was very, very nice tournament. Didn't expect to go in the bracket tournament with in a winner and loser bracket. I'm very happy. I passed the qualifier. I didn't expect to go here and run against TA. It was a very, very good runner. And thanks for the commentary and for the tracker and all the Zelda runner.
Yes, thank you to the restreamer Norastra, the tracker Alan Hefney, my co-commentator Leslie Pro. Yeah, thank you guys too, and thank you TA and Janthe, for playing that match. That was quite fun to watch and commentate on. Thank you.
Absolutely, it was a lot of fun. And now, TA, looking forward to your next round. What are we looking forward to seeing out of you in that round? Possible opponent, maybe?
Oh, who am I against? Shaddy versus Eucrest, maybe? That's going to be, both of those opponents are incredible competitors, so, yeah, I'll have my work cut out for me for sure. I'm just going to, play my game and, hope for the best. That's all I can do.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the best way to go about it. And either way, that's going to be a fun race. That's for sure.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
And with that, I think that pretty much does it for us. Final thoughts on the seed catastrophe?
Those silvers, that's the story right there. And the comeback that almost was.
Yep, kind of like my Patriots this past Super Bowl. Ah, well, it is what it is.
And with that, I think we're done. We're going to hand it off to, I think, Super Mario Randomizer? Super Mario Land Randomizer? That's correct?
Absolutely, SML2, Rando.
So, this is Catastrophe. Good night, everyone.
Absolutely, and for Leslie Pro 4, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll be seeing you later. Stick around, half hour, this channel, Super Mario Land 2 Rando. Don't miss it.